You know, I had a nightmare when they said I was going to be performing at the Old Cock. I thought I was coming to meet my ex-husband. Seriously though, last time I was here, I had a blind date and he didn't show up. Aww. Seriously, he stood up on a stand-up. Apparently he went for a sit-in. He's at Occupy Waitrose. When I was married, people used to ask me, they say, wear your white, why'd you wear your white? Let's try that again. Should have done that with the marriage. When I was married, people used to ask me why I wore my wedding ring on the wrong finger. I used to tell them it's because I married the wrong man. So these days I'm divorced. I thought I'd try a bit of therapy to contain my excitement. Met a reflexologist. She said, I'm going to give you a relaxing foot massage. It works on a soul level. Oh. I thought it was so appealing. Oh. Terrible, isn't it? Not that long ago I thought I'd have a go at Kundalini yoga. Has that woken anybody up? Apparently it raises you to a higher level of consciousness. I thought, great, I can teach this to my boyfriend. Though after 6 months of doing it, really, I've only raised him to a level of semi-consciousness. So I think I'll give up now. I was terrible at school, you know. My worst subjects were geography and chemistry. Probably explains why I can't find a man, and when I do, I can't keep him. I wasn't too bad at biology, though. I've got 3 children. Seriously, my 9-year-old said to me the other day, Mum, I want to be a Buddhist. I said, do you mean a Buddhist? She said, yeah, Mum, you'd be one as well. I said, how's that? She said, well, you got the belly for it. I just got lost. This is only my 4th gig. They say bad luck runs in 3, so this should be great. Seriously though, I've divided my wardrobe into 3 different sizes. Size 1's called looking good. Size 2's looking. And size 3 is, oh my God, I need more sex and less chocolate. They say sex is great for you, it's good exercise. I think shopping is too. You know, the average woman walks 4.8 miles on a shopping trip. Usually back to where she started. So the next time your fella says, where you been all day? You can say, I've been exercising. Somebody said to me, Loretta, you know what, when you're on stage you sound like a real brummie. I went, brilliant! Porsche 911, vroom vroom. He says, no more like a Mini. I was a bit disappointed. I said, why a Mini? He says, well, you're short, you've got a small rear and a big bumper. And those headlights. I've been reading the papers this week. Did anybody see that article about the care home? Scarborough Council have evicted, this is true, 9 elderly residents, octogenarians. They've evicted them for having a secret orgy. Can you imagine the staff? It was in the common room. When they walked in, they were all naked and oiled up. Apparently it hadn't quite got started because some of the gentlemen were taking a little bit longer. One perpetrator, when interviewed later, said, I think they've taken a very hard line. They've gone over the top and they're underhand. You can now see all of them outside protesting. Got 2 banners. One says, we shall overcome. The other one says, given half the chance. I'm really struggling to get a date at the moment. I think the reason might be that my house has subsidence. I have this sinking feeling. Every day I'm cracking up. The bank have threatened to repossess my house. I told them they can keep it. I was possessed to buy it in the first place. Another reason I might not be doing very well on the dating front is I've been diagnosed with something called IBS. Seriously, my bed was vibrating that much I thought I was in an Ann Summers shop. Woke myself up thinking it was an earthquake. For anyone who doesn't know what IBS is, if it was a TV programme, it'd be called Can't Shit, Won't Shit. But my favourite article this week has to be about the Guinness World Book of Records. Have you read that? Some of the things in there that people do. My favourite one was how many people you can get into a pair of underpants. I thought, well, depends who's wearing the pants. If we're talking George Clooney here, I'm there. But seriously, there's a huge difference between Kate Moss's pants and Anne Widdecombe's. So who's they going to use? Anyway, would you like to know how many they managed to get into this pair of underpants? It was 57. They've nicknamed the event the Heinz event next year. But my favourite event, the one that is ultimately my favourite, was reading about the guy. How many push-ups you can do on Swiss balls? I don't think the Swiss are very happy about it. But that's been me tonight. Thank you very much. I've been very nervous. Thank you. Good night.